1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so speaking of crazy, our Twitter fucking blew up like yesterday. And first of all,
what did you two do now?
We didn't this time. Seriously, I don't think we did a fucking thing. I haven't been on Twitter in a long time. All I did,
It was actually Leah's fault that it started.
But I didn't really. The only thing I did was share a tweet saying, check out her channel.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I did. So Katie Joy, we've talked about her a few times. And I like her. I still like her. I think that she has, she's made some mistakes, but I mean, she's a fucking human being. She's also a woman doing this by herself. We have even if in worst case scenario, when people come for me, right? Like I at least have these two bitches to back me up.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't not only have these two to back me up, I have a team of people to back me up. I have 3 wonderful men. I have Krista. We have who will be on our show today. We now have Charisse that we added.
Just to back up Leah.
Just to back me up. That's all it's about. It's just to back me up because I'm not much of a cunt, apparently. So I kind of feel for Katie. Like she gets attacked, and when she gets attacked, man, it's not just like somebody on Twitter. Like there are Reddit pages dedicated to making this woman's life a living hell. Like they've called the cops on her, they've called CPS on her. I don't care what she's done. Y'all are crazy motherfuckers, and you need to get yourselves some lives. So not only did I post that, so I posted this thing. She was talking about, she had been very vocal since the insurrection at the Capitol. And apparently a lot of her subscribers were Trump supporters. And those that were have turned on her, and she lost a lot of subs because of it. And I think anyone who is speaking out against what happened that day, left, right, or center, needs to be supported. So she had said that, and I just retweeted it and just said, check her out. The next thing we fucking know, some woman named Clarissa something motherfucker and her picture is a worm, which very fitting. Let me tell you how fitting that is.
Did you say Clarissa?
Yeah. Like
I can explain it all.
Nickelodeon, Clarissa Explains It All.
Yeah, she's a troll. Like she's a troll. Like I guarantee you she's
already lost interest in her. If she looks like
she's a McCrazy, or she's a teen mom obsessed person. I don't know who she is, but she sucks at life. Or she likes Tati Westbrook, which we all know how we feel about Tati.
Oh, come on, Clarissa, come explain this fucking shit now.
Right? Ick.
Yeah, answer for yourself, girl.
Thank you. So Wags texts me and for those that don't know, we don't just work together. We are friends. We are incredibly close friends. So we talk to each other constantly throughout the day. And she's like, I don't know, our Twitter's blowing the fuck up. Like, check it out. These people went back. They went back to a year ago, which thank you for the listens, everyone. Thank you for going back to old ass episodes and listening to them. And I also, I'm going to be 40 in November. I am old as fuck, and I don't understand Twitter. So Wags was like, before you start tweeting, catch up, read. I don't know how to do that. Like, I can't read the thread. I don't know how. I quit. It was stupid. I don't care what they really have to say.
I'm older than you, so that means I'm older than fuck.
But you are older than fuck.
Let me get my stone and chisel.
Right? So I don't know how to read the thread, but like I could see enough to know what was happening. So these people are listening to one episode from 2019. Okay, we recorded that episode in December of 2019.
Yeah.
So it is no longer relevant. My opinion is still the same. Steve McRae sucks at life. So yeah, I still feel that way. And I still think Katie was bullied. I do. In that specific situation, she was absolutely bullied. Come for me. I don't care. But what really pissed me off about this situation isn't even their opinions. It's taking what we said and trying to make it relevant to right now, today. Did you find that to be annoying?
Well, first of all, Steve McRae unblocked us, so thanks. We were blocked, but they tagged him, and the truth of the matter is that episode was released on January 6th of 2020.
Mhm.
Now, prior to this, there were tweets out. Katie said something, and she said that all these people that have such an issue with her, come on my channel and let's just have a conversation because we're probably more alike than we're different. And I had commented from the MAMS page, which if you're listening and it looks like someone's like borderline personality, it's because there's two of us tweeting from it, not Robin, because Robin doesn't even know how to download Twitter because she's uh, so I had made the comment like, we would love to come on and mediate because I feel like I like what Katie has done, but there are things that I don't like that she does, or stories that she covers that I don't like, or things that she inserts herself in that I don't think she needs to be doing. So I felt like, well, maybe if someone who knows enough of what's going on could come on and mediate a conversation. And then it was immediately like, well, you don't seem unbiased, or you don't seem this. I'm like, there were 7 accounts that came up suggested for us to follow that were all anti-Katie.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
not only like their tweets, but their actual profiles were like making fun of her, taking everything she says or posts or makes a video on and ripping it apart.
Mhm.
So I'm like, okay, well, I don't really like some of the things that she does, but I would never go and make an account simply to hate on it. And that's what was happening. People were like, how can you be unbiased? Or you did this episode and like tagging Steve McRae.
Yeah.
This sounds like you're harassing him.
Oh, we're harassing Steve
I'm like,
McRae.
are
We
you?
did one episode about the douchebag. One. Like,
Yeah.
fuck that.
And I'm like, if you truly want to listen, you could go right on our YouTube page and you will see that clip where when we talked about, I think it was the episode we talked about like Tati and everything. We went on and we had all said, we don't like that Katie is doing this, or we can understand why people are upset with Katie because she put a GoFundMe out and then the next day had purchased a bunch of makeup. We understand why people are upset.
Right.
So if they wanted to, they could have done a little bit more, but they literally took an episode. And I had said in some of the comments, like, we're so much more than that. Like, we rarely cover YouTube drama. And the only reason we talked about Katie is because Leah is a fan of Katie. And you said, I need to tell you that. And that's what that episode was about. You were telling us a story of what was happening. Robin and I were just hearing your tell of it. And we had both looked up a couple things. But again, that's from a year ago.
Right. It is from a year ago. It's from a fucking year ago.
So it's not even like, and it tells you that. And I even went back and looked because I'm like, maybe I'm crazy because I listen on Apple. So I went back to Spotify, Spreaker, all these other things, and it tells you when the episode was released.
It's from a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And the best part about it is the way that they cherry picked it. Like what you said, like that's exactly the way it happened. I was we barely knew each other at the time, and I was like, look, there's this situation on YouTube and I'm obsessed with it. And
Mm-hmm.
I listen to it constantly. I want to talk about it. And we did, and we related it to cancel culture because I still feel I don't care if you don't like her. If you don't like her, turn the fucking channel off. I still don't like I still don't like I don't listen to Steve McRae's stupid ass channel. I don't. because I think Steve McRae is fucking dumb. So I don't listen to it. It's that simple. These people are obsessed in a really fucking scary way. Like, it's a scary kind of way. And the thing that bothered me the most is when they were like, oh, they clearly are being fed information.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to know what information we were fed. Go
Yeah.
on.
I want to know, why is it your life's goal and purpose to make a page to dedicate yourself to someone who literally gives you nothing? You
Exactly.
are not being rewarded or compensated in any way, shape, or form. Are you sucking his dick? Are you drinking his bathwater? What the fuck are you doing? And why are you so hyper focused on that when it's not relevant to anything that you're doing in real life?
Well, yeah, that's
Why
the thing.
can't you just move the fuck on, support what you like, ignore what you don't?
Yeah, just don't listen. I don't understand it. And the whole like that we were fed information that were biased, that were like stands, which I still don't know what
Aren't we like mom shaming too? Like, weren't
yeah,
we?
Racist.
we're racist and we're mom shamers. None of this is true.
I am not a
And
racist. I'm an equal opportunity offender.
absolutely. And the other thing too, like in a serious way, we did do an episode where we talked about like, oh, Katie did a GoFundMe and then bought makeup. After what just happened on Twitter, in a really small way, okay, they listened to one episode, shared the episode, which again, thank you, you're precious. But I also don't understand where your idea of her feeding us information is. Not on her fucking payroll. That's ridiculous.
She didn't feed us
But I
tacos.
also now
She didn't
you
tell
have
us we're pretty.
no, and I have lost every ounce of credibility that any of these trolls have now. I don't believe anything they say because I know for a fact that they're lying about us. This whole thing about us getting like inside information. I know for a fact that's not true. And they always say that stuff about her. They say it about other people. They have no lives. Get a fucking job, Karen. I'm tired of this shit. You are so pathetic. And if you're listening right now, hi, how are you? And I hope you're fuming with anger right now. I really hope you are
So make
because
some other bullshit stories up. Get us some more listens.
yeah, thank you. I really
Well,
fucking
it's
appreciate it.
There's a whole
you.
bunch if you really want to dig. We have a
Yeah,
whole season. Go back and
yeah,
listen to the entire season. And while you're at it, listen to season 1 of the ever evolving. You can listen to season 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can listen to Pookie at Paradise. You can listen to Two Rose because I guarantee you there's a lot of cross contamination, if you will, for you
yeah,
to kind of piece together some bullshit lies to make you feel
Mhm.
better about your own miserable fucking self. But while
mhm,
you do that, we are going to reap your fucking benefits. We fucking can.
exactly. Wags, what were you gonna say?
Oh, what was I gonna say? I was just pulling up Twitter to look at it now. It literally, as someone who I wouldn't call myself a Katie Joy fan. I'll just say it. I have nothing against her. She's never said or done anything against me. I'm just not a fan of things that are going on currently. Like, I think she's kind of swayed from what I liked seeing her do. And
Mhm.
that's my personal preference. And guess what? If I don't like something or I don't like what someone's doing, I just don't watch it. But here's the
Right.
problem. One thing of us saying we would be happy to come on and mediate a conversation for people went from all of a sudden to, can you believe that she berated a woman who wanted to talk about
Yes,
she lost her daughter? I'm not saying that it's okay. I watched the clips of Katie and you could see that she's visibly like annoyed and upset. But if you imagine if someone's coming at you every single day, multiple people at all angles, you're going to have that defense up. You're going to be like,
absolutely.
what's going on? And the fact that these people, their Twitter threads are everything is anti Katie, literally picking apart everything she said or done. It's to the point now that no matter what Katie says, what they're doing is more disgusting.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Which
It
makes
is
me
gross.
want to go and watch Katie's videos, because then that's if you people don't understand how content creators work, when you listen and you watch their videos, that's what's getting, it doesn't matter if you follow them or not. You don't have to follow us, but every time that you retweet us, every time that you watch something that we do or listen to something, it goes towards us. Just like every time that you watch a video of Katie,
Mm-hmm.
she's
Yeah.
getting paid for that. Now, the mature thing would be like, you know what, I really don't like what you're doing. Say what you need to say. But when you come at people and you accuse us of being racist and bigots and whatever else you want to say, and then you want to bring up, well, Katie lied about she's not bisexual. Who the fuck cares? Is that your concern?
No.
Does she use it to gain sympathy from the LGBTQ plus community? Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. But who are you to tell someone what they are or not?
Right. That to me is, that one drove me nuts. The she's not bisexual. I'm sorry, how do you know? Did you try to sleep with her and she said no?
Mhm.
I don't know how you know that. That's none of your fucking business. Fuck you. The people that um attacked her, and that little red y'all bitch, ew, you're gross. Seriously. Did an entire YouTube thing about her sexual assault. Breaking it down and saying Katie was like a liar. Um, how dare you? You're horrible. They they won't let go of this stand with Sophie thing, because she used the word brat. She did not call her a brat. She said it was like she was acting bratty. She was throwing a fit. That's what she saw. I felt the same way. Um, I did. Wags didn't. People have different opinions. That doesn't
Mhm.
make her a liar. And Katie never once said that the little girl was a liar. That's not what she said. Take her shit out of context, and you do it to a point where it does make her look really bad.
Mhm.
And now, like, to me, like, when, and the other thing, coming to us and saying things like, oh, when she turns on you, blah blah blah. We are three grown ass fucking women. If we want to handle a situation, we're going to handle a situation any
Mhm.
fucking way we want to. And you
Exactly.
coming to me and saying don't be friends with her is the most 12-year-old thing I have ever heard in my life. You should
Mhm.
probably get yourself some counseling. To be that worked up about this shit is beyond me. um and it's just annoying. It's horrible and it's cruel and it does really bother me. But the difference between myself and those people, and you and those people, and even Katie and those people, is once that we're done talking about it, we're going to forget that you exist. You are obsessed. You won't let it go. And I really hope that you get help because you're precious. And that's all I'm going to say. Does anybody else have anything to say on that? Because I'm just done.
No, I mean, I am more than willing to have a conversation with anyone, because like I said, I don't follow her in the sense that maybe Leah does. Like Leah watches every video that she puts out. I don't
That's about.
I I don't. And it's very easy to see these little clips of her being nasty,
Mm-hmm.
or to catch her on live and see that. But at the same time, like, I've seen a lot of videos and a lot of clips where it's not that. And I'm
Yep.
allowed to make my own opinion on someone, just like you are. The difference is, if I don't like someone, I don't go on a mission to ruin their lives. I don't dox them. I don't threaten other content creators saying, well, because you like her or you're going to go on. Like, don't call me out of my name, okay? Unless you want to do that and have a conversation with us,
Yeah.
because we're not going to be quiet. If we see something, we're going to make a comment on it. If Katie would come on our show, I would love that. If Katie said, you know what, Moms of Mayhem, I would love you or one of you to come on at my show and mediate a conversation, I would sign up in the heartbeat and I would say, listen, if you step over that line, Katie, I'm going to say something. I will
Yeah.
call you out if I feel like you are crossing over just like that other person. The problem is they don't want to resolve issues. They need this drama, this
Mhm.
hatred for Katie to give them some meaning in their life.
That you are spot on there. You are
Like,
so spot on there.
and that's what's sad. And that's what makes people like me who aren't necessarily fans of Katie. And again, that's not a diss to her. That's my personal opinion. But I'll still watch stuff that she puts out, but I'll pick and choose what I want to watch. Like, if you
Right.
could do some more Housewives stuff, Katie, I'd be all about that. Hook me up, because I'm all about the Housewives and Below Deck. I'm not about the fundies, and that's what she does.
And
So
I love the fundies.
clearly these people are holding on, and the only thing that you're doing is getting more people to watch. If you truly want to cancel her, stop talking about her,
Mhm.
stop watching her shit,
Mhm.
and stop making social media accounts specifically to talk about her, because guess what, baby? You're making her paycheck bigger.
Yeah, you are. You are absolutely paying her rent. And it's beautiful to watch. And here's the other reason too, and this is going to be really quick. For those who don't know, I guess recently one of Katie's moderators, because on YouTube they have moderators, turned on her, and so did Unirock, because
Which I was really shocked about, by the way.
I was very shocked. I was
I'm
shocked and
still not up to
disappointed.
date on everything, but from what I've caught, I'm like,
Unirock picked the bigger creep, is basically what happened.
mhm,
He decided to side with the creep show art instead of Without a Crystal Ball, because creep show art is a bigger channel. That's what
mhm.
he did. He absolutely clout chased in that situation, and I think it was kind of icky. And I stopped subscribing to his channel. Does that make me a Katie stan? Maybe. And I don't really care. But I will say this: I empathize with Katie on a much smaller level. I've had CPS called on me because of shit I've said on my show. I have had people that used to work with me and that I used to trust um, turn shit against me and
Mhm.
make up lies and rumors. I've had um, people try to mess up my marriage saying I'm having an affair because they thought it was fun for them to do when they knew it wasn't true. Um, so I know what that feels like. And if you think by trying to get me to believe your bullshit, it's going to work, all you're doing is every time somebody does something like that, it makes me believe Katie more. And that's all it is. So I don't really have anything else to say. Do you guys?
Let's take a break and
No?
bring in Charisse.
All right. That's what we're going to do. We're going to take a really short break here.